1967 Ford Galaxie R code 427, 2.4 barrel, 425 horsepower, 4-speed. And you guys have been watching the channel for a while should remember this car. Been working on it since last time you probably saw it. Haven't been doing any videos on it, but it's back front and center. And we're gonna get this thing fired up. So let's get started. Since the last time this has been on video, I've been kind of buttoning up the small stuff. Hoses, belts, alternator, all the pulleys and stuff like that. Fan, radiator, linkage set there. I've put the carbs on, primed the engine, get the oil pressure up. Worked out great. Brakes all hooked up. And some custom stuff. Had to make a throttle cable bracket since they only made 89 of these cars, and good luck finding an original. They're non-existent. You just don't find them. And since a lot of the stuff is so hard to find on these things, had to improvise a little bit with the PCV system, but I used factory parts, and I think it came out really well. Something very close to the way a factory would have done it, because again, nothing's made for this car. The unique thing about this car, no 427s had power brakes, except in 67 where they had the power disc brake option. And even the 427 Fairlanes had the power disc brakes in 67. So you needed a unique hard line like here to go from the fitting and then to the flexible rubber hose to attach to the booster. So as you see, we got some work done. A lot of work to do yet. Need to get her fired up, and before that happens, obviously the carbs need to go on. Plug wires, distributor need to go in and on, and I have some wiring to do, run the battery cables and such, but making some progress. At this point, we have distributors in, wires are run, carbs on, the fuel lines are sort of hooked up. I have them clamped here and here onto the fuel rail. I'm just going to use regular old worm gear clamps going into the carburetors, and let, in case I have a problem that I need to pull the carburetors off to go through them. I'm hoping I don't, because they're brand new from Carl's Ford parts, and they should be spot on, but you never know. So just taking that precaution. I need to get the rubber line that goes from there to there. It's a vacuum balance line, so that when the vacuum secondaries in one carb opens, usually the first one, it pulls the second one open as well as the throttle opens, and they both open together. Finished up the fuel line, distributors hooked up. Like I said, I did prime everything beforehand, and just putting on the new cables. I need to get that bolt to attach. It's the starter cable bracket, the alternator ground, and the battery ground to the block down below. Once I have that, I can finish all that up. Then I'm pretty much done all down below. I didn't do any of the filming of installing the new emergency brake cable under the dash. That's boring. You won't be bothered with that. It was a real pain in the butt. But that's all in. I need to install, there's a brake light switch that needs to go in here. The shifter needs to be installed, and I'm really hating the idea, but I think I might have to pull this console out. I don't know. I have to see if that top plate comes out, and I can get at that because I have to remove the boot so I can install a shifter, but we'll see how that all works out. Definitely much closer, ready to fire up very soon, I hope. Cross my fingers. I do need to find something here. It's a stud that bolts there and goes through there with a clip so that I can attach the throttle linkage into the throttle pedal. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll figure it out. I don't know why I get a kick out of this stuff, but I do. This is the original finish on a distributor hold down. It's a black, like a zinc oxide, very smooth to the touch. I'm going to install it as it is. I cleaned it and put it on as it is because it kind of fits the theme of this car, keeping things as original as possible. Obviously, the engine looks pretty fresh with everything going on in there, and that looks good. But I think that'll look right at home in there. Pretty much the bottom of the car is all buttoned up. I am still searching for my U-joint straps. No idea where those are, but the drive shaft's in. I had it built using the Ford parts books I have, and I think it came out pretty well. It's pretty much right on the money. All the little stuff is in. Reverse light switch. I need to find speedometer cable. Not an easy thing to find. Everything is all hooked up on the top. And at this point, I'm ready to do a hot test or an electrical test to see if there's any issues with the wiring. This car sat for probably 30 years, 25, 30 years. No idea what the wiring is going to be like in this car. So we're going to give it a test right now to see what happens. Okay, so far so good. Well, no interior lights, so that's not good. No headlights, that's not good either. So for now, I'm going to have that disconnected. I think I'll take a look around to see if I have anything that's unplugged, disconnected somehow. I'm hoping it's something simple. I don't need an electrical nightmare on my hands, but that would probably be my luck. So, all right, I've got a new battery, so let's see how this works. We've got lights. We have interior lights. That's good news. So we just had a bad battery. I think I'll leave the battery hooked up for a little bit just to see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad. Let me turn the lights back on and just give a light check. Nothing. What you're seeing there is just the reflection of the tail light. There are no lights on. Light would light up in there. No parking light, one parking light. Well, maybe I got a bunch of bad bulbs. I'm gonna have to look into this a lot deeper. Let's open the trunk and see what's in there. Uh-oh. All right. Bunch of junk. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. The bulb was out of the tail lamp. All right, nothing there. Oh, we got something there. All right, so we do have lights. Okay. All right, I think what I'll do, that bulb's out, that one's good. I think what I'll do, I'm just gonna run out, get all new bulbs for this thing, and hope that's what the issue is. Because I got that parking lights out. That one's good. Let's see, the one back there, one of those works, the other one doesn't. I'll just get new bulbs for all of it. Next is to fill the transmission up with fluid. I got to get that U-joint strap so I can fasten the drive shaft to the rear properly. And then once the transmission's filled, I can start the engine. So I rig this up every time. It's much easier just to run a long tube down into the transmission, down there on the side, fill it from up top. Takes a little longer, but it's so much easier. We have the drive shaft in, but not the speedometer cable. I ordered a brand new one, a new cable, a new gear, and it arrived. Great, no problem. Go to put them together, and nobody included a clip or the O-ring to seal the speedometer to the tail shaft housing. So it gets a plug for now. My Ford friends, here's a tip for you. When installing these 4-speed shifters, it can be a real pain to install the shifter and to keep these spring buttons in place. Take one round of black tape around the whole thing, and it'll hold the buttons in until you get the shifter installed. Once you do, take a little screwdriver, pick it, and pull it out with a needle nose pliers. The shifter's installed. Coolant is filled. At this point, we're ready for another hot test. This time with the ignition system. Battery's hooked up. Okay. All right, wipers are on. Let's turn them off. Okay. All right, flashers aren't working. Let's give it a little kickoff. Oh, all right. All right, it all seems to be working okay. The engine's spinning over fine. Looks like everything's working okay with the ignition system. I did not do a spark plug check, see if there was any kind of flame out nearby the spark plug, so I might do that yet, but other than that, ready for gas and the fire. All right, first time this thing is going to be attempted to run in decades. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we have fire to the plugs. The problem I'm having is that the ignition system isn't quite working properly. Something's not getting juice out to where it needs to be. I redid a dual point distributor for the car, and also I have over there in a box a single point transistorized ignition system for the car, all ready to go as well. I think I may just try swapping the two out, although I I do have a coil too, a transistorized ignition coil. Let me see what happens. Kind of got to go back 15 and punt here. I thought I was doing something smart and looks like maybe I wasn't. The reason I went away from the TI distributor, I wanted to get it restored so it was there in the future if somebody wanted to put it back on the car, is that I got away from it because I didn't think the rest of the system would work in the car. Very rare that a system that's been sitting there for decades would work, but it seems like it actually is. So I think I'll give a shot to put the right distributor and right coil in there, try to start it and see what happens. Having both these coils side by side, you can see the difference. This is a standard coil. This is the transistorized ignition coil. You can see quite a bit of difference. I would assume, I'm no expert on this, I just mess around with them, that the larger coil is there for an increased capacity of voltage out to the distributor. That would be my guess. That's only a guess. But we're going to swap it out and see if I can't get this thing to run. See what happens. Everything looks to be wired up properly. What I did find was that I thought I had the distributor set right. I actually had it 180 off. I reset it, pulled the valve cover, checked the valve event, exhaust valve was opening. I set top dead center with the pointer. We should be good. I'm sure I'm gonna have to turn the distributor a little bit to get things adjusted. I have my timing light ready. So let's hope third time's a charm. Here we go. Let's give it some help. Finally. This car has not been on the road since 1979. It says 78 there, so probably a year inspection. That's changing today. Finally, it's been a long time coming. She's running, it's alive. A lot of work to get to this point, but now we're in the home stretch. I've got to bleed the brakes yet. Got to go over the clutch, adjust that, just all the little small stuff. There's some vacuum hoses, vacuum lines that need to be replaced, repaired. Real minor stuff. This was the big hurdle. This will be the last time you see it on video, so say goodbye to her. She's going to be going to her new home soon, and the new owner, I think, is going to love this car. It's very cool. So once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel.